Have you ever noticed that a woman treats you differently, but when you try to understand what it means, everything feels confusing? She laughs a little longer at your jokes. She finds reasons to talk to you. She remembers small details that most people forget. But when the moment comes to show her feelings clearly, she pulls back. Why? Because sometimes attraction does not appear through obvious words. Sometimes it appears through small behaviors, subtle changes, and emotional signals that people reveal without even realizing it. In today's video, we're going to uncover 6 psychological signs that she may want something more than friendship, but is not ready to say it out loud. And stay until the end, because the final sign is the one most people completely misunderstand. Let's begin. Have you ever had a female friend where something just felt different? Maybe you started noticing that she pays more attention to you than she does to other people. Maybe she checks on you after a difficult day. Maybe she remembers something you casually mentioned weeks ago, and you start wondering, is she just being friendly, or is there something deeper happening? This is where many people get confused, because kindness and attraction can sometimes look similar from the outside. A friendly person may smile at you, a friend may ask how your day was, a friend may enjoy spending time with you. But when emotional interest starts growing, certain patterns often appear. Psychology tells us that people naturally reveal their priorities through their behavior. The things they consistently do, the attention they give, and the effort they make often say more than their words. So let's explore the signs. Remember, no single sign can prove someone's feelings. Everyone expresses themselves differently. But when several of these behaviors appear together, they may reveal that the connection is becoming something more. Sign number 1, she creates reasons to spend extra time with you. One of the biggest signs someone values your presence is when they consistently look for opportunities to be around you. Think about it. People are naturally drawn toward things that make them feel good. If someone enjoys your energy, your conversations, and the way they feel around you, they often try to create more moments together. Maybe she joins conversations she normally wouldn't join because you are there. Maybe she asks for your opinion on small things. Maybe she finds simple reasons to continue talking even after the original conversation is already finished. For example, you're having a normal conversation about work or school. The topic ends. Most people would simply say, "All right, see you later." But she keeps asking questions. She brings up another topic. She sends a random message later that evening. Why? Because sometimes the conversation itself is not the main reason. The connection is, when someone enjoys being around you, they often try to extend those moments naturally. But here is something important. Do not confuse attention with obsession. Healthy interest is about genuine connection, not constant availability. A person who likes you will want to spend time with you, but they will also respect your space, and that balance is what makes the next sign interesting. Sign number 2, she remembers small details about you. Most people forget ordinary information, they forget small stories, they forget random preferences, they forget things that do not directly affect them. But when someone has a deeper emotional interest, their brain often gives more importance to details connected to that person. Imagine you casually mention something one day. Maybe you say you love a certain type of music, or you mention an important event coming up, or you tell her about a goal you're working toward. A few weeks later, she brings it up. "Hey, how did that project go? Did you ever listen to that song you mentioned? How was your presentation?" That small moment can feel surprisingly meaningful because it shows attention. Psychologically, people tend to remember information connected to emotions. When someone feels a stronger connection with you, conversations are not just words, they become experiences, and experiences are easier to remember. But there is another level to this sign. Sometimes she may remember things you didn't even expect her to notice. Your mood, your habits, the way you react to certain situations. Those observations often happen when someone is paying closer attention. And speaking of attention, the next sign reveals something many people overlook. Sign number 3, her body language changes around you. Before people say anything, their body often communicates for them. Human beings are constantly sending nonverbal signals: a person's posture, their eye contact, their expressions, their level of comfort. All of these things can reveal how they feel in a situation. For example, notice how she acts around you compared to other people. Does she seem more relaxed? Does she smile more naturally? Does she turn toward you when you're speaking? Does she maintain eye contact a little longer? These small behaviors can show comfort and emotional engagement. Think about a group conversation. Everyone is talking, but you notice that she keeps looking toward you when something funny happens. Why? Because people often look toward the person whose reaction matters to them. They want to see if that person understands, if that person laughs, if that person approves. It's a very human behavior. But here's the part most people miss. Body language is not about one specific action. It is about patterns. A single smile does not mean anything. A single glance does not tell the whole story. But repeated signs of comfort and connection may reveal that something deeper is happening. Now let's talk about a sign that requires paying closer attention. Sign number 4, she becomes curious about your personal life. When someone only sees you as a casual friend, their curiosity usually stays on the surface. They may ask general questions. How was your day? What are you doing this weekend? But when emotional interest grows, the questions often become deeper. She may want to understand how you think, what matters to you, what your goals are, what kind of person you really are. She might ask, what's something you've always wanted to do? What kind of people do you connect with? What makes you happy? These questions are different because they are not just about information, they are about understanding you. Psychologically, curiosity is often connected to emotional investment. When someone becomes interested in your inner world, they are trying to create a stronger connection. Think about it. We don't usually spend a lot of time trying to understand everyone. We do it with people who become important to us. And this leads to another powerful sign. Sign number 5, she acts differently. When other women are around, this sign can be subtle, and it is also one that people often misunderstand. If she has developed stronger feelings, she may become more aware of your interactions with other women, not necessarily in a dramatic or negative way, but you might notice small changes. Maybe she suddenly becomes quieter when another woman gets your attention. Maybe she starts asking questions about someone you mentioned. Maybe she becomes more interested in your relationship status. For example, you mentioned that you talked to someone new. She casually asks, "Oh, really? Who is she?" The question sounds normal, but the curiosity behind it may reveal something. Why does she want to know? Because when someone emotionally values a connection, they naturally pay attention to anything that could affect that connection. However, remember this, healthy interest is different from controlling behavior. A person liking you does not mean they own your choices. The important thing is noticing emotional awareness, not unhealthy jealousy. And now we come to the final sign. This is the one that often separates a normal friendship from a deeper emotional connection. Sign number 6, she looks for emotional closeness, not just fun. Anyone can have fun with someone, you can laugh with many people, you can enjoy conversations with many people, but emotional closeness is different. It happens when someone feels comfortable showing you more of who they really are. Maybe she shares personal stories, maybe she talks about things that worry her, maybe she comes to you when she needs support. Maybe she values your opinion more than others. Why does this matter? Because emotional connection requires trust. And trust is one of the strongest foundations of attraction. When someone begins seeing you as more than a friend, they often start allowing you into parts of their life that they don't share with everyone. They don't just want your attention, they value your understanding. They don't just want conversation, they want connection. And that difference is powerful. Now, here's the question many people ask. If she feels this way, why doesn't she just say it? The answer is simple. People are complicated. Some people fear rejection. Some people are unsure about their own feelings. Some people are waiting to see if the other person feels the same. And sometimes people communicate through actions before they ever use words. That is why understanding behavior matters. But remember something important. Psychology is not mind reading. You cannot know someone's feelings with absolute certainty just by observing signs. The healthiest approach is always respect, communication, and genuine connection. Do not try to force a situation. Do not assume. Instead, focus on building trust and being authentic, because real attraction is not created by tricks. It grows from comfort, respect, and emotional safety. So if you notice that she consistently makes time for you, remembers details about your life, shows comfortable body language, wants to know your deeper thoughts, pays attention to your interactions, and seeks emotional closeness, there is a possibility that she sees you as more than just a friend. But the most attractive thing you can do is not chase every signal. It is to become someone who creates a positive, respectful, and meaningful connection. Because at the end of the day, the strongest relationships don't begin with guessing games. They begin when two people feel understood, valued, and comfortable being themselves. If you enjoyed this video and want more psychology-based content about relationships, emotions, and human behavior, make sure to subscribe and tell me in the comments, what is one subtle sign you think reveals someone's true feelings? I'll see you in the next video.